All right, so we're here in the training grounds. The first thing that we want to kind of talk about is just recoil, right? So we're going to go over to a nice flat surface, which there's a wall over here. All right, and we're just going to look down the sights. We're going to use the R301 just to kind of show how steady this gun is. And then I'll use the R99 and I'll explain why I use the R99 for this in a second. But R301 really quick. We're just going to hold down our left trigger so that we're looking down the sights, and without even touching our left joystick or right joystick, I'm just gonna hit the right trigger and just see what it naturally does, right? So the recoil takes it up, and it's not too bad. But if I do the same exact thing, it's gonna give me that same question mark shape every single time. The only reason it looks a little bit different is because of the, obviously I'm taking slight steps to the left, but every single time it gives you like that little question mark 7, right? So if you just start to kind of draw that same shape, starting with this little point in the 7 and coming down, so you know initially it's going to give you a slight pull to the left or to the right. So we're going to just kind of battle that, but the majority of it, you don't need to worry about that pull to the right too much. Just worry about pushing your right stick down. So as long as you've got your right stick going down, you should be able to keep that a lot more steady, right? So that little grouping goes from a little question mark to a little ball, right? If you want to try to get, I didn't really do it there. If you want to try it and like combat that like 7 shape, you can 1000% learn that. But for me, as long as I'm just pushing down, I feel like I get a nice tight grouping, right? So let's switch to the R99. R99, same thing. I'm just holding the left trigger down, and I'm going to hold the right trigger without pushing anything on the right stick. Don't even have my hands on either of the sticks, right? So I'm hitting it. Boom. It's like a weird S shape when you use it. Right? But you could see, when you compare that shape to the R99 doesn't have that vertical recoil, right? It's much shorter of a recoil. So keeping that tight grouping when you're actually pulling down on the right stick, I was thinking I had the R99 out. So it's much steadier, right? It's much easier. When you have the R99 out to fight that recoil, it's gonna be a little bit of a heavier pull down on the right stick. So now that you know what the recoil itself is, we're just gonna go down to the over to the ammo. Like a thermite glitch where you can like hear thermite burning me even though there's none there. I don't know what the hell's going on. So either take the R301 or the R99, and I use the R99. I'm going to show you why really quickly. So I'm just looking at this main target. If I unload a full mag into this thing without missing a shot, it's 216, right? When I switch to the R301, if I land every single shot, it's 252, so it hits for more even though they both throw out 18 rounds of ammo. But the difference is the rate of fire on the R99 is significantly faster, right? And that's the only reason that I think the R99 is the better option, because when you're up close like this, you're going to win that fight 1000% of the time. Whereas the R301, there's some guns it's going to lose to, like the R99, for example, will shred it. But there's a better reason that I use the R99 when I'm practicing this, and that's just because the recoil is way more drastic, as we saw when we were firing over there, right? So what I like to do is I just grab a bunch of ammo, just stock up, and first I'll just start by getting warmed up on this front little target here, and just try to land every single shot. You want it to say 216 every single time, right? Just get yourself comfortable with that. Like for me, I think I shoot best when I focus on the little red dot in the center of the crosshairs. So if you look down the iron sights, you've got that little red dot there. I just focus on that and trying to keep that on top of the target. That's pretty much what I'm looking at the entire time. So as long as I'm kind of like looking at that, I feel like I'll do kind of okay. And you're just gonna get that feel. Like if I'm not pushing down on the right stick, what's gonna happen is it's just gonna drift way the fuck up, right? And it goes all the way up to that second tier of targets, and we don't want that, right? But then I think back to a clip from the movie The Patriot.
What did I tell you fellas about shooting? Aim small, miss small.
Aim small, miss small.
So I thought to myself, why waste time practicing aiming the recoil and controlling recoil on this target when you've got, you know, this one back here, it's smaller, right? And it's further away. If you could hit this, you're most certainly going to be able to hit the one in the front, right? So just focus on that one, right? Because it's a much smaller target. And then what I started doing, I threw in a little crouch there. Then what I started doing is I started aiming at these furthest back ones, right? You can see, obviously, I'm not going to hit every round here. There's some bullet drop too, which I'm not really too worried about because it's not that drastic. Yeah, just try to practice, you know? Try to get someone to 84. There's no time, 108 there, you know, plus another 24. There's no time in a real game where you're probably going to be firing your R99 at somebody like this. But the idea is, if you can peg that tiny little target out there for, you know, 108 like I was doing a second ago, and you come down and you've got this big target in front of you, you're gonna be a fucking laser, right? It's so much bigger than the one that you're used to. So I just keep doing this, man. I just keep picking up 400 rounds at a time. I scoot back, I get warmed up in the front one. All right, a few misses there. 180, I think some of those rounds went into the move. And just focus on that back one. Focus on that back. That one, I let the recoil get a hold of it. You're gonna find after you do this, it kind of helps with everything. Like as you kind of go through, you're gonna be able to start. I mean, I've fucked that up, but you can start spraying, just spraying. And you're gonna be much better with controlling that recoil because you just practice it